Bang! Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, smoking. Look, swearing. Look. So you've been warned. Because they're coming 3. Look, 2. Look, 1. Bang! Whoops. Bang! Welcome, everyone. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew on this celebratory brand New Year's Eve day. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. My name is Shomari Clarke. You're watching Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, the greatest show on earth, the greatest show in the multiverse. Oh, yes, on this festive occasion, bang, we have a festive show for you today. Yes, indeed. So look. Oh, yeah, and I got a present from Stallion. We're gonna show the present. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So look, let's get into it. I got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about BitTorrent onboards DLive migrates to the Tron network. Bang! Let's see how that is. We'll talk when we get there. Aurora partners with Fund Alliance X. So Aurora, they are one of these companies we're always reading in the top 10, bottom 10 part. But I never read about any onboardings. Well, apparently these crypto sites have been negligent because they have onboardings. And so that's why I'm reading the story. They have this new partnership they're doing, but they have onboarding. So I want to show you. And some names we know. Like they're onboarded with some names we know. I mean, not major, not like, VeChain with Walmart, but I mean, you'll know a couple. It's not, your grandma won't know them, but you'll know them. All right. And then we're going to look at a 2019 overview of investment vehicles. What has happened in the investment vehicle space over 2019 and what to look to going forward. And then we're going to do shout outs, daily summary. Then I'm going to do I kind of already did it, a 2019 wrap up. But I already did it in a way. I've said some things. Maybe I'll say a few other things. And maybe what I think going forward in 2020. But it's nothing big. So, don't get too excited. And then we're going to unveil, bang, what Stallion sent me. So, look, let's get going. Bang. Yes. Let us get going, brothers. Bang. Whoops, wrong bang. Bang. There's the bang. All right. Look. Refresh. What's this doing? Okay, there we go. Look, Bitcoin's at $7,280. When I left you on Saturday, it was at $7,331. So we went down, what was that, $51. All right. Look, top 10 of the day, brothers. Usual suspects, brothers. Top 10 of the day, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, Binance Coin, Bitcoin SV, and Tezos. Let's look at market moves of the day, brothers. Well, as well, we have usual suspects. We have the usual market moves. Single digits up, single digits down. Whoops, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Two. Single digits up, 2 single digits down. All right, let's look who lost money today, brothers. Top 10 loser of the day. You see anything on here you like, you go get it because it is on sale. Top 10 loser of the day. Bye. Top 10 losers. Luna, Silverway, Decentraland, V Systems, Augur, BitTorrent. BitTorrent? That's why I tell you, these are immature markets, people. Don't even fucking... All right, don't worry. We'll talk in a second. Tomo Chain, Stratus, Basic Attention, and Matic Network. Let's see who made money today, brothers. Bye. Top 10 earners of the day. Metaverse ETP, MadeSafe Coin, Bytecoin, Horizon, Solve, DX Chain Token, Tezos, Energy, Quant, and Swipe. All right, let's look at total market cap of the day, brothers and sisters. Look. What do we got? Total market cap. 193.4 billion. 193.4 billion. What do we got? And when I left you on Saturday, we were at 193.7, so down 0.3 billion. And 24-hour volume is at $70.8 billion in the past 24 hours. And when I left you on Saturday, we were at 72.3 So, what is that? What is that? $1.5 billion down? Something like that. Look. All right, it's good enough. Let's get on to the stories. Buy. Now, this is why I'm surprised. Look at this. BitTorrent is on the bottom 10 list. Hold on, let's get to the bottom 10 list. There it is. Where is it? Didn't I just... Yeah, there it is. On the bottom 10 list. Yeah, and they just fucking onboarded DLive today. That's what I mean. Like, that's why when I tell you guys, like, I'm trying to show you guys, like, you know, if you're new here and you don't get it, like, look, man, this is an immature market. That's why when good news comes out, it's not like the stock market. Good earnings come out, the stock shoots up. These are immature, it's dumb money, okay? 9 to 5 worker bees. And so they're in here just for their coin, right? So a worker bee doesn't care if VeChain just got onboarded to the Belt and Road Initiative. He doesn't care, doesn't even know, doesn't even focus on it, because mostly what these people do here is they're just focused on the coin they're invested in, right? In the tokens they're invested in. They're not looking at the whole market. Like if you notice my videos, right? I'll have 300 viewers every time I put VeChain in the title. Yeah, those are just VeChain people, right? They don't give a shit about any of the rest of the show. They just come here to watch the VeChain part and bounce. So it's an immature market. You know what I mean? Real market players, you know, guys like me and hopefully like you guys, yeah, we watch the whole market. Now, we don't make purchases on a daily basis like that, but, you know, we're building portfolios, you know, to take advantage of the tsunami and everything. Where most of these people here, they're into their one coin, their one or two coins, you know, and like, that's it. Like, no matter if it's bad news, they're not going to sell that. Like a Ripple lover is not going to sell XR. They're not going to sell them, right? No banks have signed up to it all year, right? But they're not going to sell that. And like I just said, yeah, fucking let's look at IOTA. IOTA could onboard a whole smart to be made for a smart city. People don't buy it because it's dumb money, right? And so that's what we're waiting for, the institutional investors, and that's what's good. And I'm going to get into it about the 2019. That's what's good. It gave you time to accumulate. But let's just get into this BitTorrent thing. Do you see how stupid that is? Look at that onboarding. If this were the real stock market, if this were smart money here, smart money here, and maybe a smart person moving the pictures around. Smart money, yeah, BitTorrent would be flying today. That's called what we call in the real world M&A, mergers and acquisitions. They just got a new nice new M&A today. Fucking ridiculous. All right, but let's just stay. I mean, we're in crypto land, so we got to deal with the market we got, not with the market we wish we had. So don't worry about it, brothers. We're gonna get this money. Hold on, let me get a sip. But you see what I'm saying? Dumb money. Dumb money's here. You know, it's all dumb money, and that's why Shomari went to the moon, man. Shomari. My shit didn't go up, man, but they just onboarded this. Yeah, man, because it's just dumb money here, homeboy. Just fucking buy it, accumulate it, and wait. Okay, just wait for the fucking smart money. Stop crying. Okay, just get over it. There is not going to be any buy. No, to the moon, as you guys call it, to the moon. There's not going to be any fucking, you know, nice price swings to the upside until smart money gets here. Okay? That's what gives you time to accumulate. All right. So, hold on. Gotta chase this shit. Let's get into it. BitTorrent onboards DLive, begins migration to Tron blockchain. Tron has been on a roller coaster ride in 2019, with it being ranked among the top 10 cryptocurrencies before then slipping out of the top 10 by the end of the year. However, despite many challenges in the market, the 12th largest cryptocurrencies dApps have been gaining popularity this year, along with the acquired firm BitTorrent. The CEO of Tron and BitTorrent, Justin Sun, had recently alerted the community about an upcoming acquisition, blah, 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 blah. All right, here's the acquisition. So, on December 30th, BitTorrent announced that DLive, the popular blockchain-based content-sharing platform, will be joining BitTorrent and will be moving to the Tron blockchain. So, DLive, look, have you guys heard of this YouTube guy? His name was PewDiePie or something like PewDiePie. I think I watched one of his episodes. One of my moron friends made me watch it once. And he's like, PewDiePie. And he, actually, I don't even remember what the fucking thing was about. I just remember that funny little voice he had. PewDiePie. Anyways, that fuckstick, I guess he got kicked off of YouTube or something, and he went to this place, DLive. So, if that means anything to you, take it for what it is. I mean, I don't give a fuck about that guy, but whatever. If that means something, because I have another article, and the title of the article is, hold on. Largest blockchain-based live streaming platform hosting PewDiePie begins migration to Tron. But I'm reading this one instead because I like the quotes, but yeah. Yes, the greatest migration to Tron. So look, the announcement from DLive read, DLive and BitTorrent will be working together to bring blockchain-based peer-to-peer content sharing, including live streaming, to everyone. DLive will advertise their products and services on BitTorrent, as well as using its newest service for storage. All right. DLive and its blockchain development team will join forces with the BitTorrent team to bolster its products and services. BitTorrent had introduced BLive, the live streaming platform, in early 2019. It will also merge into the DLive platform. Okay. BLive and DLive, all right. With its team joining the DLive team. All right, so a true merger. So that's like what I told you in the real world. In the real investment world, we call that M&A. Mergers and acquisitions. Right? So that's a good M&A right there for Tron, with the team joining the DLive team. So, according to Justin Sun, the company is a good mix of blockchain and digital media. He added, I was burning weird there. He added, DLive is a great solution for live media producers. Think of how valuable live streaming content is already to centralized social media platforms, who take ownership and advantage of their users' hard work. We look forward to DLive bringing value to the entire world with the addition of Tron and BitTorrent's global community of passionate creators. All right. So, DLive will merge its account system with BitTorrent's to integrate individual communities with each other. This will bring DLive's 100 million monthly users to BitTorrent's platform. BitTorrent? No, I think BitTorrent has 100 million users to DLive's platform. However, despite the merger, DLive will continue to support the Lino blockchain until it has completed its migration to the Tron blockchain. The CEO of DLive, Charles Wayne, said, I've watched them pioneer the digital peer-to-peer space. DLive's goal of empowering creators and rewarding communities is one step closer with the amplification of this new venture. So, bang, there you go. Bang. Yes. BitTorrent onboards DLive. BitTorrent is owned by Tron, so Tron just onboarded DLive. Bang. There you go. Tron lovers. Got another one. Question is, though, I love me some Tron. I own me some Tron. A lot. And, yes, many thousands dollars worth. And while this is interesting, this is cute. Told you guys I'm doing my portfolio juggling. I need to see Tron onboarding some daggone Fortune 500s or at least some real companies. Okay? All this this stuff here, when institutional investors get here, they're not going to give a fuck about BitTorrent. They're not going to give a fuck about DLive. Right? If they, that's not going to work. That's not going to entice anybody. We need fucking Fortune 500. But though, Tron is generating revenue. So, it's a good thing. And so let's see how we go. But I really want to hear some Fortune 500 onboardings, or at least just some, not even Fortune 500, just some company using it. I mean, they make distributed apps, right? It's super fast. The Tron network, it's super fast. Fucking a gazillion transactions a second. I want to hear some of that stuff, man. I want to hear anything. I don't care. Fucking just some company doing something. Nike, blah, 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 on Tron or something. I don't know what. Anything. A brand name, though. I want to hear a brand name. But look, Tron lovers, at least tonight you can revel knowing that, bang, DLive has been onboarded. Bang, notch another one up for Tron. Bang, now, Aurora. Aurora, so this thing. So we've never read about this thing here. Obviously, we only read when onboardings happen. And so the only reason I'm reading this is, well, daggone, I was reading. So as you can see, I'm reading it because it is partnered with someone. So but it's a true partnership. But why I'm really reading this is down in the bottom of the article, you'll see, oh, hey, these guys are doing stuff with a whole bunch of people already. And I never heard of any of it. And like I said, it shocks me when I don't hear stuff because I go to 23 crypto sites a day to do this show. 23 a day is what I go through. Every fucking story to do this show, right? And so you think, and so there'll be times when there'll be an onboarding or a partnership or something, and it'll only be on maybe one or two websites, right? But it's making money, so I'll report it, right? But usually it'll be on 4 or 5 websites. Aurora, I haven't heard not one of these onboardings that I'm going to read to you later. Well, this one first, and then, but in the bottom of the article, it's we're doing this with this and this and this. What? I never heard of any of that. Yeah, these fucking websites, man, these crypto sites. I think what it is, they really just keep reporting on the popular ones, right? They report on the cryptos with the largest market caps or the largest fan base, right? So that's why when you hear stories about Ripple, right? It's Ripple stories all the time on these websites. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with XRP, right? It has nothing to do with crypto. It'll be oh, Ripple onboards some bank, but they're using X current. Okay, well, that's not crypto related. Why are you reporting it? Yeah, because they want clicks, right? That's why look at all the reporting on Ripple. Yeah, well, the only thing you should be reporting is if they have a bank or not. That's it. All this other reporting they're doing is for clicks. Oh, Schwartz said this. Garlinghouse said that. Larson said this. Where are the banks? And, that's what they're doing, these websites. They're reporting, I think, more for clicks. Because when you see what I'm about to read you about this, remember Factum? A few months ago. What was that, 3 months ago? Q3. I never heard about Factum before. Fucking Department of Homeland Security thing. What? Right? Yeah, because it's not popular. That's why they didn't report about it, right? Department of Homeland Security, if you're a market guy, that is the biggest, that's one of the biggest, that's almost equivalent to the Belt and Road thing for China, for VeChain. In a way, in that, I know, you're Shomari, man, now you're getting out of control. Hold on. But let me put it this way. I know it's not as big, but in that it's a government contract, central federal government contract. That's what I mean, right? Yeah, not a fucking word until we heard about it 3 months ago, right? And then it was oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Oh, we read about it because they have, Factum has the Department of Energy contract that they're working on, right? And so that's what I think is going on. These websites, they're reporting on what they think are going to get the most clicks to their site, drive the most traffic to their sites. That's why you have Ripple stories. Yeah, and there's not a fucking onboarding to be talked about. Not an onboarding, right? Not one fucking bank uses that thing. But you can go to any website, there'll be 2-3 Ripple stories on there. Garlinghouse says this, Schwartz says that. It's ridiculous. And so I guess what I'm saying is, these crypto sites are negligent, right? they're being negligent, not reporting what matters to the investor, but reporting what matters to their fucking website. That's what they're fucking doing. Watch, I'll show you right now. Okay, so let's do it, and let me show you. Aurora, AOA, partners with crypto fund Alliance X, solidifying a strong presence in the Korea market. So the third-gen global blockchain platform, Aurora, is working with Korea crypto fund Alliance X, cementing a close partnership in the greater Northeast Asia region. At the same time, Aurora token was successfully listed on the Bithu crypto exchange. The crypto. Oh, speaking of being listed, hold on. Let me just pause for a second. So, looking for an Ethereum hodler, you gotta. The hard fork is coming tomorrow. The Ethereum hard fork comes tomorrow, so you got to put your stuff on a site that's supporting the fork. But I only heard of BitCO is supporting the fork, and was it Binance? I think that's it. So far that I've heard, and this is coming in this is coming tomorrow. So, right, it's now 8:48 in the morning, the 31st of December, and that hard fork's coming tomorrow sometime, the 1st of January. So, just think about that. All right. So. Back to Aurora, though. At the same time, Aurora token was successfully listed on Bithu crypto exchange. The crypto fund is actively supporting the Aurora project on multiple fronts, which includes attracting investment and conducting Korean marketing, consulting, and execution. All right. So, as a Lightspeed decentralized, they're decentralized, man. Whatever, brother. Decentralized blockchain platform, Aurora supports numerous D-apps and seeks to connect various industries such as gaming, big data, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things via its multi-chain parallel system. Blah, blah, blah. Multi-chain just means it's got, well, we'll read it right here. To live up to the vision that the Aurora community has for the blockchain project, Aurora developed a series of tools and functions. Number 1, Aurora Dev, a bundle of tools for developers to develop decentralized apps native to its unique industry. Aurora Dist, a smart distribution engine for both game developers and gamers, which combines big data, blockchain, and deep learning, creating a targeted marketing and distribution platform. Aurora DEX, a crypto exchange that bridges conventional economy and crypto economy. Aurora DID, an ID system on blockchain used in crypto economy between DApps and blockchains. And Aurora Pay, a payment system that supports multiple digital assets, including Aurora-based assets. So other assets too. Bag. Right? Never heard of any of this shit before. Right? Look at all that. But those aren't even the onboardings. That's just Aurora stuff. Watch these onboardings down here. Oh, and then here's you know how they like to do the charts with all the lines going from one place to the other. What do you call it? Flow charts, I think they're called, right? If I remember correctly from my school days. Look, so prior to partners, now look at this fucking shit though, brothers, sisters. Look, prior to partnering with Alliance X, Aurora is a major project in the A-Chain galaxy and has launched partnerships with other renowned industry innovators such as A-Chain, Qcash, Huobi, DFX, Bayang, PundiX, 8BTC, and many others. I never heard of any of these. I mean, I haven't heard of all these. I've heard of Huobi and PundiX before. Dead on. So the blockchain is capital backing from A Capital, Hypercash Capital, H2 Capital, Quest Capital, etc. So a lot of funders, people are pouring money into this thing. It has active communities across the globe, including but not limited to China, South Korea, Indonesia, United States, Germany, and Malaysia. Yes. So, obviously, this is amazing. It's all right. More importantly, Aurora has launched several deals across various industries. In 2018 and 2019, Aurora signed a contract with Capstone, a U.S.-based gaming company. Never heard about that one. A contract with Egretia, an HTML5-based gaming lab. Never heard about that one. And a partnership deal with Green Agriculture Technology, a high-tech firm with an agricultural background. Never heard about that one. But look, that's why cryptocurrency blockchain is here, brothers. Look. You're hearing about it now. Oh, yeah, we dig them up. We dig up the stories, brothers. Yeah, these sons of bitches can't get away. Can't get away. Look. So, Aurora will continue its effort to connect different industries with blockchain, empowering different verticals with cutting-edge distributed computing and decentralized ledger tech, and eventually creating a boundless blockchain world. Oh, yes, boundless. It's a boundless blockchain world. We're going to solve poverty and everything. Look, going to save the world. Bye. All right, but seriously, though. But did you see that? Yeah, man, they got partnerships and stuff, onboardings and stuff. Never heard of one lick about any of them. You know me, man. If it's making 5 cents, I'll report it here. Dang on, never heard of any of it. So, Aurora lovers, bye. Now, just on a personal basis, this isn't quite what I would put in my portfolio. But is it generating revenue? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Meaning when the institutions arrive, they'll probably take a nibble. Well, according to what I read right now, they will. All right, look at the companies that they're with. I mean, nothing brand name, like I said. Nothing Fortune 500, but, you know, what do you got? All right, Pundix, I've heard of that. Huobi also, we've, obviously heard of that. K-Cash, y'all heard of that. You know what I mean? Like, they're little things. They're not, huge, but there's something. All right, there's something. So look, I mean, I'm not a gamer, but Capstone, a U.S.-based gaming company. So look, Aurora lovers, bye. Have a happy new year. So you're heading into the new year strong. Look, now. Bye, let's talk about our money. No ETFs? No problem. SEC still took a shine to institutional crypto. And the reason I bring this story up is, first of all, so I'm going to show you, this story is all the investment vehicles and how they happened in 2019. So that's number one. So you get your mind right about where we're at with all our vehicles. Remember, without the investment vehicles, the institutions can't get here. They're not going to be buying shit off of Coinbase and Kraken. Okay, they needed proper swaps and futures and options and funds and stuff like that. And so we're going to look at all the investment vehicles. All of them. Don't worry, we're going to skip some of the article because the article is long. I'm not going to keep us here forever. This article right here could be a one story, one show by itself. But look. No ETFs, no problem, brothers. I told you. Look, there's a tsunami coming. There's a fucking tsunami coming, and you can't stop it. Can't stop it. Look, if the SEC doesn't want to play, others are playing. Other countries aren't waiting. Look at Switzerland, M&AG running around Europe. Borst Stuttgart running around Europe now. Remember the France thing we read? Oh, they're going to be running around Europe now. I mean, that's only Europe, but I mean, that's a lot of money. And it only starts there. You know what I mean? Like, once you're able to do stuff in Europe, well, you can offer your services in South Korea, Japan, wherever, right? America. Wow, not America, not without approval, but you know what I'm talking about. Look, you can expand out, brothers. Yes, they can expand out. And so look, no ETFs, no fucking problem. No problem, brothers. The tsunami is on the way. Let's read. So, how regulators see Bitcoin is more important than how the market sees it. There you go. That is such a perfect, for all the crypto crap I read off of these lame-ass channels, he said it properly. Exactly. What matters is how these regulators and legislators see all this. I don't give a shit if you think soccer mom and dad are going to buy Starbucks with their crypto or whatever. All that you guys think, all these fantasies, it's going to save the world, it's going to do this and that, we're going to be the banking thing, the standard and all that. No, you can fuck all that. What matters is what these guys think. Because that's going to tell us, that's going to tell the institutions how they can get here and bring us their money. So that's why I don't give a fuck I don't give a shit what some worker bee tells me about some coin. Like, look, fuckstick. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, homeboy. Whoa. That's a bit rude. My bad. I mean, when they do like price predictions with me and stuff like that, that's how I meant to say it. That's sorry. Of course I care. I want to know what you think, but what I care about is what the SEC says. You know what I'm saying? What you say, great, buddy. But I give a shit what the FSA in or the FCA in England thinks, in the UK thinks. I give a shit what the Central Bank of Europe thinks. You know what I mean? Which is what we talk about here, right? That's why we talk about the things we talk about here, right? We don't do that price prediction crap and $589 Ripple fantasy and all that kind of shit. We talk about real stuff. Yeah. Who thinks? Regulators. That's what we talk about, isn't it? That's what matters, brothers. That's what's going to let us know how much money we're going to pull out this motherfucker. Nope. My warehouse it's getting lonely. Let's get this show on the road, and we'll talk about it 2020, I think. We're going to get this show on the road. Look. But I'm not sure about a Noah Fest. Not in 2020, but. All right, let's just talk, and we'll get there when we get. I always do that. So, guys, look, with Bitcoin surging by over 250% this year, 2019 has been a busy year for cryptocurrency market. One of the busiest parties in the market were the regulators, particularly the Securities and Exchange Commission, our friends at the good old SEC here in America. Unlike the previous year, where regulators acted like bouncers, throwing out scam token issuers and defining who could and who couldn't enter an ICO party, this year saw the SEC act more like a referee, adding on extra time, but eventually blowing the whistle on the institutional rush into the crypto market. Being the gatekeepers to what would become the year institutions arrive into Bitcoin, the SEC had to be mindful of what products and companies could herald this big money wave into cryptocurrency. Big money wave. And that's why, I'm not going to lie to you, I mean, if you're new here, what I was telling the brothers last year was, guys, we're going to get ETF approval, everything's going to go. But you see how they said it? We thought it was going to be the year of institutional arrival, but the SEC had to be mindful. Be mindful of soccer mom and dad, of what products they can get. Anyways, allowed you to accumulate. So, cryptocurrency-wise, the regulators dealt with ICOs. All right, fuck ICOs. It was evident in 2019. It was evident that institutional interests would dominate the market in 2019 for two reasons. Firstly, analysts, I told you they have armies of analysts, pointed to a price increase 12 to 15 months prior to a scheduled block halving, with a price rise expected to bring in the big boys, with big bucks, tsunami. Secondly, the previous year saw several institutions set up shop. All right, let's slow down because I want you to get this part. Secondly, the previous year saw several institutions set up shop with the intention to launch in 2019. Many industry players were looking at the SEC over other price influencers, particularly with so many institutionals signaling interest. I'm not going to lie, I did the same thing. I was just sort of thinking SEC. But let's move on. We'll talk later, I mean. Fabian Wall, chief of compliance at Nash, told MB Crypto that regulators will keep a close eye on the market. Crypto regulations will have a huge effect on the future of the space, obviously. So it is positive that the SEC is beginning to take crypto more seriously and grappling with the implications of decentralization. Fidelity Investments, Fidelity, was the first big name on the scene. In October 2018, the investment giant announced a separate division dedicated to cryptocurrency. We read about Fidelity here. Remember earlier in Q1 we read Fidelity allows their employees in their Houston offices to mine Bitcoin. Yeah, like the employees. Yeah, they have Bitcoin miners in the office. Yeah, man. Blah, blah, blah. In October 2018, the investment giant announced a separate division dedicated to cryptocurrency, trade execution, and custody, with Fidelity Digital Assets meant specifically for institutional investors. Bang! So they're bringing institutional grade custody and institutional grade trade execution. Bang! And institutional grade custody. Whoops. Dang on. Bang! No. For who? Well, institutional investors. So look, this came a few months after it was rumored that Goldman Sachs was looking to set up a trading desk for cryptocurrencies, a rumor which did not come about. That was unfortunate. The next sign that institutions were looking to dive into crypto trading came in the form of BACT, the digital assets platform by the Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. If you're new here, the guys who own BACT, they run the New York Stock Exchange. Announced on August 2018, BACT, which intends to leverage Microsoft Cloud solutions to create an open and regulated global ecosystem for digital assets. TD Ameritrade, a brokerage company that allows its clients exposure to BTC futures via the CBOE, also announced an investment in RSX, a cryptocurrency derivatives exchange, in a bid to offer clients digital asset investment options beyond the popular Bitcoin. So, that's what I like. Not just Bitcoin, but beyond Bitcoin. And that's what we can look forward to as well in 2020, is TD Ameritrade and RSX offering us other coins. So, 3 letters, E, bang, T, bang, F. Yes. Whoops. Well, where are we going here? All right. While asset managers were wooing institutions with their custom products, some were looking to pool together to launch publicly traded products. Despite 9 ETF applications submitted and shot down by the SEC, including one presented by the Winklevoss twins, the year began with 2 strong ETF proposals. Bitwise, that's the one. Bitwise is the one that, we're going to revisit that one. Oh, yeah. Bitwise Asset Management, with exchange trade partner New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, and VanEck SolidX with CBOE BZX, filed 2 separate ETF applications days apart in January 2019. While the year saw companies like Wilshire Phoenix file for Bitcoin ETF with US T-bills exposure to balance of the risk, the tribulation of Bitwise and VanEck set the tone for the SEC's ETF judgment. All right, let's just read. So many in the market believed that the key from a liquidity standpoint was an ETF that would bring in fresh money. That's what we're waiting for. That's what ETFs are good for, fresh money. Like I told you guys, look, if we can get, well, not if we can, when we get, it's going to happen just when. I mean, it's not about if, it's about when. And when that Bitcoin ETF comes, I think Fidelity will probably, whoa, my bad. Sorry. Forget about the Fidelity stuff. But when a Bitwise. Maybe Bitwise. When an ETF comes, Soccer Mom and Dad, they're used to that shit. They're used to trading that stuff. And to tell you the truth, the big juicy one will be this. I think, where is it? Where's the one they talked about? TD Bank. The TD Ameritrade, exactly. Because TD Ameritrade, so many people in America already use this. So I know it was just bought by Charles Schwab. I know. But if they allow these crypto stuff on it, and especially, what? An E, bang, T, bang, F, Soccer Mom and Dad will be all over that. Soccer Mom and Dad, the average consumer, they don't want to be signing up to Coinbase, providing KYC information, know your client stuff, transferring money over, cutting and pasting little addresses, buying Ledger Nanos and all that kind of shit. They're not going to do all that. But if you give Soccer Mom and Dad a Bitcoin ETF on their E-Trade, on their E-Trade account. Wow. On their TD Ameritrade account. Ameritrade, E-Trade. Maybe they're two different things. I didn't know. But look, whatever. When you give them that, yeah, one click of a button exposure to your portfolio of Bitcoin, oh, they'll do that. They're going to fucking do that. Big ETFs are not exotic here in America. Average people trade them every single night when they come home from work. All right. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Bitwise. Oh, you already went here. Oh, the fresh money. Blah, blah, blah. All right. And whatever. This is just the SEC. They disapproved of the thing. And so here's Jay Clayton, the chairman of the SEC himself, spoke out about the need for investors to be protected from these manipulative acts. So they applied for those ETFs. They got denied. And the reason was they wanted to protect soccer mom and dad from market manipulation. In an interview earlier this month, the SEC, in its regulations, should aim to strike a balance between investor protection and fostering new technologies, added Wale, who also said that he was uncertain how this balance would evolve. Right, like, that's the problem, right? They want to, you know, and I'll tell you this, they want to protect soccer mom and dad, but the Bitwise ETF is going to use way more exchanges for their price discovery. I think it says it here. Hold on, let me read on and then I'll yap. Let's just read the full thing and that's yap. So with the SEC clearly laying out the premise, ETF only in a mature market, free of manipulation, applicants began leveling with the SEC. And blah, blah, blah. That was the Bitwise report. We read about that. Bitwise showed the SEC, look, only 10 exchanges actually have real liquidity. And so we are going to use the real 10 exchange volume that has true liquidity. SEC still didn't take it. So the report stated that the 10, so this is what Bitwise sent to the SEC. They sent a report. The report stated that the 10 exchanges, so they looked at all the exchanges in the world, and they found that only 10 had real liquidity numbers, okay? Real liquidity numbers. All the rest, wash trades, pump and dump, just nonsense. Yeah, that's what I tell you guys. That's why when I tell you, these institutions, they're not coming to this crackhead space. They're not used to all this bullshit, right? But like I said, they will come to backed. You know, they will come to regulated, proper stuff. So that's what's good. So here's the Bitwise report to the SEC. So the report stated that the 10 exchanges used to derive Bitcoin's price for their ETF, the Bitwise ETF, the real 10 traded extremely tightly. Institutional understanding was also on the same level as every regulated crypto product in the US or Europe. So the CBOE, the CME, XBT provider, and Ayman. Remember Ayman AG? Those are those Swiss guys that are going to run around Europe with theirs. Drew their prices from the real 10 exchanges. So all the assets that we have out here, investment vehicles that we have out here right now, they're receiving their price discovery. Well, how do we know what the price is? You're receiving your price discovery from the real 10 exchanges. All right. If you don't know what price discovery is, go to Investopedia and search price discovery. And so they're going to get it from 10. You know, the CME futures are only got from 3 exchanges. So, and there's no market manipulation there, so it shouldn't be a problem. Holy, how much do we have to go? Oh, this is fucked up. Hold on. All right, we got to hurry up, though. This is too much now. I didn't realize. So in order to decrease the risk of market manipulation, Bitwise would... so this is an interesting part, though. I never heard this part. So this is how Bitwise is actually going to calculate their price discovery. They are going to calculate the net asset value of Bitcoin according to the prices of the 10 exchanges. So the average of the price on all the exchanges in a 30-minute window broken into 5-minute intervals, which they argue the use of volume-weighted median price means you cannot manipulate the price by contributing a single outlier trade. You must manipulate the majority of market spot Bitcoin volume in a 5-minute window to have any influence on the NAV. The NAV is the net asset value. And so I didn't know how it really worked, but that's how they're doing it, in that their price discovery it's going to happen every half an hour in 5-minute increments. So if I'm a market manipulator, a guy who wants to manipulate the market, I have to manipulate the majority of the exchanges that Bitwise, these 10 exchanges Bitwise chooses, and I've got to keep that price up or down depending on which way I want to go. Am I bullish or am I bearish? Do I want it to go long or short? You know what I mean? Do I want it to go up or down? Yeah, for 5 minutes. Yeah, well, that's hard, motherfucker. You know how much money you have to do that? Like, if I go in, so say I want something to go short. That's the best way to look at it. Well, whatever, man, short or long, but let's go short. The way for me to go short is on a Bitcoin ETF. I would have to dump Bitcoins into the market on those exchanges where the ETF gets its price from. Yeah, for 5 whole minutes. Hey, you know how much money that is, motherfucker? And you have to remember this, is that you might be dumping at, say, so what's the price of Bitcoin right now? 7,280. So maybe you're a manipulator. You start dumping at 6,000. Yeah, well, obviously people are going to buy those within the first 20 seconds of you putting that up there on the exchange, fuckstick. Now what are you going to do for the rest of the 4 minutes and 40 seconds? 20 seconds that'll be bought. Yeah, and then price will go back to normal. And so that's a good strategy. I never knew how that worked with the Bitwise ETF. So that's kind of cool. And remember this, they'd have to do it across the 10 exchanges, or at least most of them. So, yeah, that's not going to work. And blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. We're not going to read that. In terms of market maturity, Caprioli's Charles Edwards described the problem as a bit of a chicken and egg. I've said this before here. In his opinion, the more Bitcoin traded, the more liquidity was generated. And in that endeavor, derivatives can only help. And so I've told you guys that before. It's a chicken and egg thing. The SEC says, well, we don't want market manipulation. Well, we need more liquidity. We can't have more liquidity unless you fucking approve some shit for us, buddy. Unless you approve these investment vehicles for us. Right? Chicken and the egg, you know. I call it a catch-22, like. But derivatives, bang, to the rescue, which will create enough liquidity, which you know, it's harder to manipulate. So an ETF, so this guy says an ETF is probably inevitable. And the more time that passes, the more liquid and established Bitcoin will become, assuming no major government counter movements or Bitcoin security breaches. Yes, that's very true. Derivatives, options, and smaller funds entering the space will help this process, as does the growing stability of the exchanges and other infrastructure in the space. More liquidity to the market. So derivatives and options. The other essential facet of crypto trading is contractual, i.e. futures. While ETFs saw delays and rejections, derivatives enjoyed a massive high. And that's what's cool. So what was good about this year is we got all these derivatives coming online. Now, derivatives don't help the price of our asset because they're just deriving their price from the underlying asset. They don't actually hodl that underlying asset. But it brings liquidity to the overall market, thus making it harder for market manipulation. Thus, the SEC can't complain as much about market manipulation. All right. So look, right from the off. All right, fuck all that. All right, let's move on, man. All right, let's move on. So, all right, let me just describe to you what happened. So, CME launched their thing, BAC launched their thing. All right, we don't need to read all that. So, from a regulatory standpoint, the approval of the next stage of derivatives saw much more market delight. In November, the CME group stated that from the first quarter of the next year, Bitcoin options will be rolled out, pending regulatory approval, With Bitcoin CME and Backed coming out with Bitcoin options, Edwards stated that this would begin the onboarding process of buying institutional money. I told you about those options. A lot of boys, look, people, you don't understand about options. Every fucking hedge funds use those options to attack a market. Every one of them. Every one of them. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. Once options come here, anyway, yeah, man, that's going to be beautiful. Not all of them use futures, but all of them, all hedge funds, I guarantee you 90% use options because it's a hedge, right? It's used for hedging. That's why they're called fucking hedge funds, right? They hedge their bets. That's why they never sort of lose if they're good. So, with regulators keen on the reduction of Bitcoin's price volatility for it to be suitable for investment, Edwards stated that the options would help. We can speculate that the heavier involvement of institutions and Bitcoin options will dampen Bitcoin's volatility in the longer term and help permanently change the trading dynamic altogether. And that's what I've been telling you. All these crazy up and down $1,000, all that's done. Well, will be done once the institutional investors arrive. It's going to be like a Microsoft share, just slow and steady growth. Sure, one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down. But over time, up. That's the macro trend. And, and plus I told you what I think. I think this crypto space is going to be like the dot-com bubble. Eventually, once it's regulated, well, all these big major guys are going to want a piece. So they're going to fly in here like crazy. And that's what's going to give us our dot-com bubble, crypto bubble. And then eventually it'll pop and we'll be at where we are now, like with .com, it's just here and it's part of our lives. And all right, yeah, no big deal. So smaller funds. The cream was not all concentrated at the top, however, as small funds plying Bitcoin products saw the green light from the SEC as well. Towards the end of the year, the New York Digital Investment Group, LLC, New York DIG, NYDIG, had their Bitcoin strategy fund approved by the SEC. Remember we read that? Yeah, theirs was approved. Their fund was approved. Something which Chainalysis chief economist Phil Gradual graded as the most significant regulatory decision of 2019. Yeah, the first fund approved. We read about it, but because their fund is a little funny. It's a little different. That's why I didn't make a big deal about it, but these guys are making a big deal about it. So this guy says, from an institutional perspective, the most significant regulatory decision by the SEC was the NYDIG Stone Ridge approval to establish Bitcoin Futures Fund targeted institutional investors. All right, we're not going to read that, but I'll just tell you. Well, let's read it, actually. Fuck this. NYDIG described its fund's primarily investment as cash-settled Bitcoin futures, traded on exchanges regulated by the CFTC in October filing. A month before the SEC approval, NYDIG's subsidiary, NYDIG Execution, received a BIT license from the state of New York, the NYDFS. That's our friends at the NYDFS, brothers. They got the license from the NYDFS to offer custody solutions for 5 cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Meaning, so if they're allowed to offer this thing, where is it? Their fund, where was it? Their Bitcoin strategy fund. Wait, Bitcoin strategy fund. Oh, oops, sorry. Approved by the SEC, and they have custody. That means they're going to be able to roll out, funds at least in these ones in the upcoming future. All right. So what the guy says is that he thinks that was underrated. Institutions on the rise. Holy. Hold on. Let's move on. The three fronts of institutional interests, ETFs, derivatives, and custom crypto products, have seen significant development. ETFs came and went, with regulators stating that the market was still highly manipulated and immature. Derivatives saw a key layer of speculation in options trading. Wow, and the futures. While Bitcoin funds broke through and several companies like Fidelity and TD Ameritrade signaling their intention of launching crypto products in this space. But while 2018 saw interest but no structure, 2019 brought greater structure into the institutional market. That's what we read about here. And both market players and regulators are to be credited for the same. Gradwell stated that the involvement of institutions was primarily for building the infrastructure. What have we been talking about? What do we talk about here? Infrastructure. Who's offering the custody? Who's offering the futures? Who's offering the swaps? Who's offering the options? Infrastructure. Okay? Why doesn't this guy talk about crypto? Fuckstick, there's not going to be any crypto without infrastructure. Okay? Your fucking crypto's not going to go anywhere unless these institutions get here. Well, institutions are getting here, aren't going to come here, are not allowed to come here, and wouldn't come here anyway without proper regulated infrastructure. And that's what this channel is about. Infrastructure and onboardings. That's all you need to know about this crypto space. Who's onboarding people? And one of these institutions is going to get here to buy my shit that's onboarded stuff. But it's pretty simple. Look, owing to the likes of Fidelity and Backed. However, compared to the larger spot at a retail trade, institutional volumes are likely still small. So they're unlikely to really have affected price discovery yet. That's still small. They can't get here. That's why, Shomari, man, VeChain just onboarded fucking the Belton Road, man. Why the fuck isn't it going up? Because they're not here yet. Institutions are smart. Smart money. That's why it's called smart money. It literally is called that. Yeah, because they're smart. Yeah, well, they're not allowed to be here yet. So now we're just left with fucking soccer mom and dad dumb money. Well, soccer mom and dad aren't here to invest in real investments. They're here to invest in whatever website caught their attention first, right? Like a Ripple lover is not here to invest for real. You know, they're hodling and hodling and hodling. Not one bank, nothing going on. Why are you hodling that? Look at VeChain. Look at IOTA. Look at Factom. Look at SingularityNet, right? Like, that's why, you know, like I told you, like me, I'm a real investor, right? My money makes me money. I'm a 19-year Forex trader. I don't have any love for any of these cryptos or any of this shit at all. If you're going to make me the money, well, that's what I invest in. These other people that are coming here in this space, the amateurs, they're not like that. They get caught up by a website or get caught up, you know, their friend tells them how great it is or just whatever reason, and they're never going to leave it. And that's why when good news comes for VeChain, it doesn't go up. Or, like I said, Ripple's done nothing all year. Yeah, and it's still at 20 cents. It should be at less than a penny like VeChain, which VeChain's actually doing stuff. But you know what I'm saying? And anyways, that's why we need the infrastructure so that we get smart money in this place. Smart money. And that's what I try to do with you is make you build a portfolio that will attract the smart money. Well, what's smart money going to buy, Shomari? Well, shit that's onboarding stuff and generating revenue, brothers. It's not rocket science. Just like the stock market. Just like the stock market. Is it onboarded people? Is it generating revenue? Bang. That's what they're going to buy. And that's what this channel is about. That's what the whole thing is about. Watching when they're going to get here and making sure that my subscribers, well, at least that I tell them, have revenue generating product, folk. If it ain't generating revenue, if it's not living up to the hype, get rid of it. Get that shit out of your portfolio. And you can revisit it at a later date if necessary. All right, look. Oh, wait, how much more? All right, we're here at the end. Good. Edwards added that if one were to look at the biggest picture, the SEC was level-headed. And I agree with this, I've told you. I mean, of course, I'm upset like you guys, but let me read it and then I will go on. Edwards added that if one were to look at the bigger picture, the SEC was level-headed in confronting issues that needed confrontation, while approving products with a strong backer or the necessary prerequisites. Looking at their regulatory history, things could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. Could be an outright ban. But he closed by stating, generally speaking, I think the SEC has been relatively neutral to Bitcoin. It could be a lot worse. And I agree with that. I agree. Look, I'm sitting here in frustration like the rest of you fucksticks. Right? I got fucking my warehouse. If I didn't put one more thing in my warehouse right now, I'm fine with it. I know that that's going to make me my millions. What I have right now is going to make me millions. Actually, everything I buy from now on, it's really just me just getting a little more, not greedy, but just, what else to do with the money? I can put it in the bank, or I can just put it here and wait for it to make me more. And so I'm going to keep piling it in. But where I'm at right now is good, right? And what does that have to do with anything? And so now it's just sit around and wait, right? Oh, that's what it is, right? When, Shomari? When's the moon? Now we just sit around and wait, brothers, right? That's all we can do. Is it coming? Yes, it's coming. There's a fucking tsunami of money coming. I've told you that from day one of this channel. I've pointed to you in the camera. What have I done? I used to do this one. Buy, you will be rich. Buy. Because it's true. I'm not just saying that to say it. I'm not bullshitting you. We're going to be rich. And anyways, but let's just get back to these investment vehicles. So that was what happened for the investment vehicles this year. And I like that article because I know, the ETFs kept getting denied, but we didn't see all the other things. I mean, we read about them all. All the futures that came out, all the swaps and the options that are coming and came out. But it's good to see it in one big story, right? And anyway, we'll talk about this when we get to what I think about what's coming up next year. So let's get to this. Bye. Let's get some shout outs. Infinitus Taxi, brother. Bye. Yes. Bam. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year. Bye. Yes. CB News. Look. Major Turkish bank, Takis Bank, has launched its Bitcoin based gold transfer platform. That's funny. So Takis Bank, they're a big Turkish company. They're a big Turkish bank. And they got busted by us here in America going around the Iran sanctions, selling Iran gold. And now they want to do a blockchain gold thing. That's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens there with those fucksticks. And part of that bank is owned by, so the president of Turkey, his name is Recep Tayyip Erdogan. His son-in-law, who he made the finance minister, surprise, surprise, the guy who controls the money, is part of this. Oh, Turkey, always trying silliness. But we'll see. They're probably going to try to get around sanctions. And we'll probably bust them. But anyway, whatever. Fuck Turkey. CB News. KEPCO, Japan's second biggest energy firm, expands renewable blockchain test with Powerledger. Great for them. Good for them. Yeah, why not? I mean, that'd be great having a nice solar power grid on the blockchain, and you could have it you could have it on the blockchain with smart contracts, and have those smart contracts allocate energy according to demand. Right? On a perpetual basis. Anyway, I'm not a smart contract master. I don't know if even what I said is true. But I think you can, right? Smart contracts can run in perpetuity, right? They can run all the time. I mean, they can keep running. It's not just one it's a contract, but you have smart contracts that when the two participants, so this is what I learned about smart contracts. So my first smart contract lesson was, someone said to me, well, Shomari, if we buy leather in Turkey has good leather. Well, we can put that money in escrow, and we can prove to the seller our money's in escrow. and it's on this blockchain through a smart contract. We sign the smart contract, or whatever you do. I've never used a smart contract, but however you do it, you build the smart contract and you do it. And how it works is, say I'm here in America, right? And so the shipment of I live in South Beach, right? Let's just get real. So they fly the leather into Miami for me, right? The leather goods into Miami. Well, inside that package of leather goods, shipment of leather goods, is a GPS tracking thing. And when the GPS tracking thing sees that it is at the coordinates of Miami Airport, bang, that means the delivery has been made, right? And so the GPS unit talks back to the smart contract. The smart contract talks to the bank, and the bank automatically releases the money to the seller. Do you guys get it? So I said, yeah, bro. Send me the shit, I'll pay you. He's like, well, prove you got the money. I put it in escrow. He's like, all right. He puts a fucking GPS chip in it. RFID, that's what they're called. RFID chips, I believe. He puts the RFID chip in it. As soon as that shipment comes, bang, my bank releases the money, all thanks to that contract. And so that's a one-time deal. But, something like that, you could do something where a perpetual contract, solar energy, like here in America, there's this thing, right? Solar City. That was a Elon Musk thing. And how that was going to work was you could put solar panels on your house, and then they have these big batteries that you put on the side of your house. And so, especially here in Florida and the southern states, and the solar energy would come into your house, and then it would also charge that battery so that, if it's a windy day, a couple days of clouds, bang, your house still runs because it's already got energy in it. But also, your thing can sell back energy to the grid. Yes, you get paid to harvest sunlight. I'm a sunlight harvester, right? And that's on the block. All right. Come on, man. I'm getting too much into this shit. Anyways, so bang. Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I got into that. Because actually, I was going to start a Solar City company. You can go to Solar City's website, and you can start at different levels. You can be a solar panel installer. You can be a solar panel what do you call it? Like marketing guy. Or you can be a solar panel guy who hires the installers. So a couple years ago, I think this was back in like 2016, me and my buddies, we were going to do that Solar City thing. We were looking into it. We were going to start a company and have, workers going around paneling up people's homes. But then they banned it in Florida after the 2016 elections, and that's why I didn't get to do it. That's how come I know so much about the solar crap, because I was going to have a solar company through Solar City, Elon Musk's thing. And they were going to do it and everything, but then Florida said no. An individual is not allowed to sell power back to the FPL, Florida Power and Light, and that fucked up the whole thing. I could have went to California and did it, but I didn't want to move and everything, so. Look! All right, enough of that. Look! Son of a bitch! Look! Bye! Look! Bye! Look! Bye! Yes! Happy New Year's, Ron Cass. Son of a bitch. Bye! Got you. What's he saying? Oh, too bad it's not a Fortune 5 company. Never heard of it, really. But hey, more users, more revenue. Yeah, he's talking about the airdropper. He's a Tron lover, too. Not like this fuckstick down here we're going to get to. But close. I don't know if really anyone's close to Poppywood, but he's a Tron lover. And like I said, too, like that's the thing. Like I own Tron. Many. Thousands of dollars worth. Thousands. Over 6,000, I'm sure. And I keep getting that Tron power and Tron shit on that fucking Tron scan thing. So I'm into it. But I'm not going to lie to you. I want my portfolio, when these institutional investors arrive, I want when they look in my warehouse, when they look at my portfolio, all they see are crypto companies with Fortune 500 companies staring right back at him. Staring right back at him. Yep. I told you guys that. We've talked about that already before, lately. Fortune 500 companies staring right back at them. Those are the companies they're used to. Shit, those are the companies they're invested in. You know what I mean? Like, you invest in Deloitte on the New York Stock. Is Deloitte on the New York Stock Exchange? I don't know. Yeah, on the New York Stock Exchange, or whatever exchange is, maybe the S&P. I don't know which one, but you invest in Deloitte over there. Well, when you see Deloitte doing stuff with this crypto over here, VeChain, you're like, wow, well, VeChain must be good, right? I'm already invested in Deloitte. I know they're not a bunch of fucking morons, right? Well, plus they're the top 4 in the world, right? So obviously they're not morons. I mean, they're players, real players, the players. And so, that's the beauty. That's the beauty. So yeah, I agree with completely what Airdropper, bitch, says right here. It's too bad it's not a Fortune 500, but it's more users and more revenue. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If Tron doesn't onboard something, just give me one Fortune 500, motherfucker, Justin. By February 15th, and I'll stick around. But if not, I'm going to probably get rid of my Trons. Or at least downsize the allocation. At least downsize my exposure. Because like when they get here, that's what I want. I want them to open my warehouse and just see all the names they know. Deloitte, Volkswagen, Audi, United Nations, Department of Homeland Security, Ping An, just bang, all the best. Right? Like, why should I have my portfolio with something I don't know that's going to destroy things? Look, if they look in my portfolio and they don't buy it, well, they're not going to buy anything. Do you see what I'm saying? I want it like that. I don't want to be crying about, oh, I didn't pick the right thing, blah, blah. No. I want it, well, if you don't come buy this, well, you ain't buying anything. And I guess I just wasted my time in this space, and we'll move on. Look. All right, Edwin. Look. Love you, brother. See you, brother. New Year's Eve, brother. Or Happy New Year's, brother. Bah. Poppy Wood. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year's, brother. Bah. He's a DJ, so he's going to rip it up tonight. Rip their heads off. Rip their heads off, Poppy. Give them the business tonight. Yes. Don't be skimpy on the crossfader. That's what I love. I love a DJ who uses that crossfader heavy. Oh, yeah. I love a heavy crossfade on my DJ. I don't like these guys who just do this. They're playing one song. I know about DJing, actually. And they play the other song, and then they slowly move it over, to make the beats meld. Make it meld. And then finally just, and that song's gone out. Nah, fuck stick. Look. If you're going to DJ me, if you're going to DJ me, I want to see you bang, hitting bangs. Oh, yeah. I want to see crossfade movement. Poppywood. Let everybody see you, brother. Bye. What else we got? DP. Soul, brother. Let everybody see you, brother. Bye. Ben, what you talking about now? Securities regulators are considering an application for China's potentially first blockchain-focused ETF. Now, Shomari, man, ETF, man, you were just so happy about an ETF. Yeah, but that's not the one we need. This is a blockchain ETF, and it's going to be filled with companies that use blockchain in the stock market. Sorry. Don't listen to that. Let me say it a different way. You see how IBM makes blockchains, Hyperledger? Yeah, well, it's going to have IBM stock in it. It's not a thing of, blockchain companies like VeChain and IOTA and that in it. No. It's companies who've IPO'd in China, but who have some blockchain component to them. So like I said, it'd be like an IBM or Microsoft inside of an ETF, right? It's not, IOTA, Stellar, Singularity, that type of stuff. All right. Look, Hurricane Master. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bye. Happy New Year. Yes. Hurricane Master. Biniam was obviously so happy about this thing, he actually put it twice. Biniam. All right. Oh, he's been talking. Look, Stallion. Oh, and there she is, Stallion. So good. We'll do this. Stallion. Whoops. Where's she at? Hold on. Sorry about that. So Stallion sent me a present. Right? So she sent me this thing. She's like, Shomari, I sent you this present a long time ago. And actually, it was delivered on the 4th. Anyway, I got it today. And so this is what she sent me. Look at the beautiful box. Holy, she wrapped this thing like a motherfucker. She put it in bubble wrap. And then in some black taped wrapped. And then in another bigger piece of bubble wrap. And then in a big box. Like, daggone, girl. Anyway, so this is what she bought. This is Apple. And she bought me. Boop, boop, whoop. A crystal apple paperweight. Ah. Let's see if we can get it. Let's get the camera on it. Look. Where's that other camera? Bang, there we go. Yes. A crystal apple paperweight. So you could see through it. So that's nice. I think she does the apple. I think she's saying, I'm a good teacher. So like you give your teacher, when your teacher's good, you give them an apple. Well, here in America. And so I think that's what she's saying. So thank you, sweetie. Bye. Or maybe she's saying you're the apple of my eye. I don't know. Symbolisms. Just tell me. But look, I thank you. And this, so you know I have all my cards right here. Right? All these I put right here. So I'm going to put this. Actually, let's do it right now. Boop. There's my paperweight. Nice. Yes. Show you my little paperweight there. Let's see if we get a camera angle on it. Boop. See it all on the paper? Boop. Nice. All right. Thank you, sweetie. I'm going to go visit her in February, guys. Oh, yeah. I'm heading over there. Check her out. Check it out. Look. All right, I got my paperweight. Bye. Now I have to think of something to bring. Think of a present. Something thoughtful. What can I bring it as a present? Oh, I know what I'll bring. Yeah, 3-dimensional trading. Look. What you know about that? Nothing yet, but I'll teach you all about it, sweetie. Look. You stick with me, don't worry, you're going to know all about it. So look, ET Watch, bang, see you, brother, bang. There's Poppy. What's he talking about? Must watch. Okay. I think he's talking about me, maybe. Hope so. All right. These guys just like to reply. Bang, Brency. Spy lady. Love you, lady. See you, lady. Bang. Happy New Year. Bang. What do we got? Oh, my Yukui brothers. My Yaki brothers. Bang, Chief Vizo. Bye. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bye, my Paskui Yaki tribe brothers. Bye. Yeah. All right. What else do we got? Leaf. What are you saying, Leaf? Not much. Bye. Oh, but Happy New Year. Wait, where you going, brother? Happy New Year, brother. Bye. What do we got? April Mays. See you, girl. Bye. All right, those guys. Oh, Van Brienen. All right, we're not going to do a full Van Brienen tonight, though, but look. Van Brienen. Oh, there should be a New Year's Eve Van Brienen, but look, we can't do it every time, brothers. We have to keep it special. Van Brienen. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Bye. Van Brienen. Yes. All right, that's just some dude. Oh, yeah, sweetie was going off. There we go. There we got Robbie Hardaway. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bye. Oh. And New Year's Eve, I got to keep remembering that part. I'm so used to the love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Happy New Year's. Bye. All right, there we go. Look, Native Warrior. Or is he a Pascua Yaki guy? Oh, Native Warrior. Pascua Yaki, boy. Bang, bang, bang. Yes, Happy New Year. V-Chain lover, too. Yeah, that whole tribe, boy. I see what that tribe's doing. They're positioning themselves for when the institutional investors arrive. And when the institutional investors arrive, they're going to rise up. Oh, yes, my indigenous brothers. Look. They're going to rise up. I stand in solidarity with you. Bye. Yes, wars cost money. I told you the other day, wars cost money. Oh, yes, Native Warriors. Bye. See you, brother. Oh, nice. The Pascua Yaki tribe. They're all into V-Chain. All right, who we got? Here's the suspects here. Look, Ratster. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Bye. Transformational Killer Bee. He told me, yeah, man, I used the name from what you call us, Killer Bees. He's like, I won't use it if you don't want me to. Of course I want you to use it. I'm surprised no one else used it already. Killer Bees. Bye. Look. Bye. Look. Only wrong kids gets 3 bangs, though. You get 2, though, just because you used the Killer Bee. So look, brother, happy New Year. Bye. There you go. All right. Okay, then here's the last. The last batch. Sherm Kosei, love you, brother, see you, brother. Happy New Year. Bang. Got some tribesmen. Bitcoin Street Journal. Bang. Happy New Year. Bang. Yes. Got the tribesmen. What we got here? Oh, got Killer Bee again. Look. What we got? Wallet. Bang. Happy New Year. Oh, Karen Thomas and the Thomas family. Bang. Love you guys. See you guys. Have a great New Year. Bang. Oh, yeah. She said she's getting herself some drink. She's getting her drink on. Oh, yeah. Her family knows how to get it done. All right, 2 more. Ricardo Tuto, my friend. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Bye. And finally, Niels Christian. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Bang. All right. Whoops. Actually banged with my finger there. So look. Let's get to this. Bye. Let's get to bye. All right, guys. So this is the last day of 2019. 2019 was a great year. So, like I said, guys, let me yap a little. So like I said, 2019 was the year of revelation and the year of lack of regulation. What do you mean? What do you mean, Shomari? 2 things. Mark Zuck said he came out with a buck. Politicians said fuck, and we're in luck. Meaning this. That opened the eyes of the politicians. We need to regulate this space. So it was a lack of regulation. When Zucky came out, and daggone when Xi Jinping came out, bang! Oh, they got on the horse real quick and started to work. And so that was the year. Honestly, I thought we would have had regulation already. I was saying from Q2 last year or this year, but that didn't work out. So this year, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, showed them how little they've regulated and how they need to get into regulating, which, when they do, will bring us the institutional investors, which, when they come, will bring scarcity because they'll buy stuff, which will drive the prices of our warehouses, which should be filled with working product, bang! Like you guys always say, to the moon. To the fucking moon. Massive gains, okay? You're going to have massive gains. And, 2020. What's 2020 going to bring, Shomari? 2020. Oh, no, my bad. And then we still got to talk about the other thing. So, fear of lack of regulation, and then revelation. Yeah, it was revealed to us. Who's actually... I already said this, so I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to preach like this is some thing, because I've already told you this. But, oh, the camera's all in the way. Revelation in that 2019 showed us whose blockchains are working, whose are getting adopted. Like, for fuck's sakes, every fucking other day, VeChain, bang, VeChain, bang, IOTA, bang. Right? All year. And so that tells you what should be in your portfolio. if it's in demand by industry, well, it's going to be demand by the institutional investor when they get here. Those are the fucksticks that, invest in industry, right? And so that was this year. This was the year of revelation. You had two choices. You got not two choices, but you had a lot of things. But I mean, you got shit like Ripple, a lot of yap, a whole bunch of talk. Yeah, but you don't have any banks, fuckstick. All that talk, all the shit you're talking about, it doesn't matter, man. You don't have any banks. You're going to have a research arm. Oh, you're donating money to this and that. That's all great, buddy. But until people are using your XRP, institutions aren't going to give a fuck. And then you got things like VeChain. Bang, Walmart. Bang, Deloitte. Bang, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Bang, Jaguar, Land Rover. Doing something. And that's what I like about this year. This year was the year of revelation. Revealed to us who is viable and who's just talking shit. Right? Ripple, shit talk. VeChain, onboarding like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I love that. Now, 2020. What's 2020 going to be like, Shomari? Well, I mean, it's not going to magically change tomorrow. It's going to be the same thing, except that Q1, we've been reading all year. A lot of people are launching stuff in Q1, so that's amazing. What else do I see for 2020? I see these regulators. I mean, look, let me put it this way. I don't see them legislators, the politicians, legislators. But I hope they do before Marky Mark Zucky Zuck comes with his buck. Because that was their goal, right? The goal is to have legislation out to the regulators by the time Zuckerberg comes out, so he has to comply with the rules the politicians make, right? That's their goal. So for 2020, I see, well, it should be a bunch of nations coming out with their regulations in that before Zuckerberg comes out with his Libra coin, right? And then that's it. And then in terms of so are we going to have a Noah Fest 2020, Shomari? I don't think so, guys. I think we're going to have the regulations got to come first, and then there's going to be months and months and months of people applying for an ETF, people applying for options, applying to offer the investment vehicles that we just read about. And then the onboardings will probably come by Q3, Q4. And so, 2021 Noah Fest is more of the realistic thing that I think. I mean, I know. But Shomari, man, I'm here with you, brother. I own lots. I want it to happen now, too, but we have to be realistic. But gives you time to accumulate. And that is great. So, what did we talk about? So, let's talk about the show now. BitTorrent, bang, onboards. DLive migrates to Tron. Another onboarding for Tron. But like I said, I want to see Fortune 500s, man. Or at least just whatever. Just not Fortune 500, but just at least real companies. Stop with this weird little, like this shit, this streaming thing. Fuck all that. Look, just get a real company to use your fucking Tron, man. All right? Please. Love you, Just Son. Bye. Aurora Partners with Fund Alliance X. So the reason I read that story, like I showed you, was that they had those other onboardings. Yeah, not big names, not big anything, but I mean, they're doing stuff, and I never heard of any of that, and so that was interesting. And right, they had all those parts. What'd they have? Hold on, let me take a look and I'll read them to you. Right, they had what did they have? All those different parts. Aurora Dev for the developers to do the Aurora Distributed to distribute the stuff. Aurora DEX for a distributed exchange, and Aurora DID for a blockchain used the cryptocurrency economy between DApps. So you're a trusted person on the blockchain, and then Aurora Pay a payment system. So these guys got shit going on. That's pretty interesting. And so, nice. Yeah, I'm glad I dug up that little story there, man. Like, never heard about Aurora Pay. Are you going to buy some, Shomari? No, I won't be buying any. But that's just my opinion. And then finally, we went over the 2019 overview of investment vehicles. Those are new vehicles that are coming. That's what we need. Like I said, institutional investors aren't going to come here and buy shit off of fucking Kraken and fucking Bitfinex and shit like that. They need proper, regulated, insured, proper custodied investment vehicles to come in, attack this market. And when they do, and the regulations, obviously, and to know what the regulatory compliance is, and to know what the tax implications are. But once they do, here comes the tsunami I've been talking about. It's been 2 years of tsunami talk. It's finally on the way, slowly. So look, let's chill it and kill it. Let's get you back to your wife's lives. Let's get you off to your New Year's Eve. Look, subscribe below, press the bell. You get automatic notifications when I do this show, the greatest show on earth, the greatest show in the multiverse. Look, my name's Shomari Clarke. I love talking money, love talking crypto. This is the favorite time of my day. So thank you for having me in your home. And I will see you, like I said, tonight's New Year's Eve. So I'm not going to bullshit you. There might not be a show tomorrow. Or if there is, it might be super late. Yeah. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to bullshit you, okay? So look, thank you for having me in your home. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy it safely. Have fun. Have a lot of fuel. Have it with your friends and family and loved ones. And I will see you soon. Bye. So my name is Shomari Clarke. Love talking money, love talking crypto. Subscribe right there to that button, that fancy little blockchain thing, and press the subscribe, and you will be alerted every time I do this. So look, love you guys. Have a good New Year's. Happy New Year's. Bye. Shomari Clarke, always on duty. Over and out.